Hi, I'm Darrel Poper, AIFD, floral designer and visual display artist at Shinoda Design Center. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Christmas swag that's going to have multiple uses. So I'm going to do this in a color combination that I've done for one of my end caps, and then I'm going to take you a little bit later. We're going to show you, we're going to install it so you can see how we're going to do it. So one of the end caps that we've done is black and white check and red. It's kind of a Mackenzie Childs kind of look. So I'm going to make a companion piece to go with that in the same colors. So we're going to take a bolt of ribbon number 40 and a bolt of ribbon number 9. And this is just a garland, a piece of garland that I had left from one of my projects. And we're going to use this for what we're going to make for our end cap today. So what we did is we made it one-sided. You lay your garland on the table, open up every piece, and bring all your fronds to the top. So the back will be flat, so it will lay flat. We're going to take our ribbon and run it through it. I'm taking both of them together, laying them, the narrow one on top, number 9 on top of the number 40. We're going to start at one end and just lay it into the garland. And this is really great because you don't need wires. You're going to use the fronds and tighten up with your loops. Just lay it in, lay one piece over the next and tighten it. Nice big loops. We're not going to have a bow in this. We're going to let our ribbon just kind of dance through the piece, loose and airy. This is going to be a table piece, but I'm going to show you afterwards when it's finished multiple uses that you can use this for if you want to use it for something else, possibly next year. This is a great way on runners to do your ribbon because each year you can take your ribbon out and change it. Maybe you want to do a different color combination for next year. See how I'm opening up the loops? Nice big loops. Now the red ribbon is double-sided. It's both sides. The black and white check is definitely one-sided. It's black on the back and the black and white check on the front. So that's the part, of course, you do want to face forward. The red one, it doesn't matter. And we're taking it right to the end to finish it off. And then I'm going to take my scissors and cut it. Leave a couple tails at the end. And we're going to dovetail this. If everybody's never done this before, if you take your scissors and you go in and out, you're going to end up with, it's going to be crooked. So take it, your ribbon, pinch it closed, and from the middle, perfect dovetail every time. Same with the black and white check. Do the other side. Too big. Okay. I'm going to take some holly. This is beautiful, beautiful holly. This is all hand wrapped. I'm going to show you. When you get your hand wrap anything, you want to take each piece and arrange each stem, each little flower, each little leaf. That's what you're paying for when you buy hand wrap is the wires. So you want to open every single one. So it's very natural looking. Now we want to take this stem, rather than leave it straight, bend it a little bit. This is the way a natural branch would grow. We're going to weave this in and out. Same thing again. Take your fronds and just bend them in a couple spots. I'm using 4 stems in this piece. And you notice I haven't cut the stems. I did that on purpose because I want my piece to have a little bit of body so it's a little bit more bendable when we're finished. And again, if you decide later you want to change this piece to something else, you haven't cut your stems so you'll be able to use them in something else without your stems being cut, where you have to add some additional stemming on it to make it, give it the length that you cut off. These are the red and black and white checked poinsettias that we're using in our end cap. I'm using 2 of these in here. Cut these. Again, hand wrap, so we want to arrange every petal. I'm going to put these in the middle of this piece since this is the center. I'm going to run my wire through the middle of this flower to really secure it in place. That's not going anywhere. And then arrange all the stems, fluff up our flower. think this is a nice feature of a garland, being able to weave it in and out and not have to hand glue all your flowers in. If you want to make some minimal changes another time, you've got a nice fresh garland to do over again. So this is what we have going on so far. Now I'm going to add our Christmas balls. This is what we've done in our display, which you will see a little bit later. I've already wired them together. I'm going to just place them in our garland, wire them in. Make sure all your wires poke back up and come up through the middle. You don't want to have your table with scratches all over it. We're going to use different sizes. Here's a large one. Now we have 3 of these with the checks in them, so I'm going to use 1 at each end. Now these are glass, but I wanted to use a couple more ornaments in it that were a little bit more substantial, that matched our tree. I want to be real careful not to wire these in too tight so that the little ornament hook that holds it together doesn't pop off. Just a couple more ornaments left. Bending my wires back up again. Remember, we don't want them sharp on our table. Now for our last finishing touches, we're going to add some beautiful red velvet cherry blossoms to our look. I'm using 2 stems. Leave the stem a little longer, weave it through, and again we're going to wire it in with our fir fronds. These are great. These are hand wraps again. We're going to make our stems look real natural, bend each one. Open up our branches. This adds a little bit of movement to our piece. Okay. And here's our finished piece. With our 2 ribbons that we've used, our number 9 is 1.5 inches and our number 40 is 2.5 inches. Look at the difference with the 2 in here. Isn't that a pretty look? Now this is a great look because it's so versatile of what you can do with it. This could be used as a table runner for dining room table piece. Plenty of room for your serving pieces, and everybody complains when you have a centerpiece on a table. It's always in the way. Take off the centerpiece. You don't have to do that with this. Very, very narrow. Plenty of room for your table settings, glasses, and possibly some candlesticks. Now if this was used on a buffet table, this could be turned and used in a serpentine shape. Plenty of room for chafing dishes and whatever else has to be used on the table. And also another look that's very pretty to be used on a mantle, or you could be using it on a doorway over on the top of a door. So this is a definite look that's had multiple units, purposes to use. This was the swag that I just completed, our red, black, and white, to tie in with our beautiful Mackenzie Childs display to complete our total Christmas. Thank you for being with us, and stay tuned for some more inspiration from Shinoda Design Center.
There you go.